Hey guys, it's Anna Gray. I am here to share with you some really exciting news. You guys, yesterday there was a big announcement about Facebook groups, and I couldn't contain myself. So, really quick, a little bit about me. My name is Anna Gray, and I teach online entrepreneurs how to build Facebook groups through connection and relationships that convert into sales. So these Facebook groups and these Facebook group updates were so big for me because this is exactly what I teach. So I wanted to go through these updates with you. I've gotten so many questions as to what the actual updates are that I figured I would kind of go through them without you having to read, on some of these online sites. So let's make it interactive, and I plan on sharing with you what these updates are and how they're going to affect your own groups and communities. Okay, so if you haven't already, in your mobile app, your mobile Facebook app, you may have noticed some changes occur in the last day or so. The first changes to occur are typically the emojis. So the emojis are now animated, which is kind of fun. I love updates to Facebook. I love it because it's like new colors, new emojis, new actions. So that was one of the first updates just over the whole Facebook platform. Now, some of us are still waiting for the Facebook update to display differently. All right, and I've seen that it's rolling out, so let me know if you have the new Facebook look and what you think of it. I know that there is kind of a more of a white background, which is kind of easier on the eyes. So let me know what you think of it when you do see it. And I'm going to go through just the community and the group updates. Okay, so Facebook came out with an article that explains the updates. You can also find these out in other social media land, but Facebook, I went straight to the source, and Facebook is literally focusing and highlighting and spotlighting Facebook groups. Like, hello, that is amazing, right? People have struggled with running Facebook groups for the last 10 years. I've run Facebook groups for 10 years, and that is why I decided to teach Facebook groups, because I know how to do them. I know how to do them the right way. I know how to do them the wrong way. I've failed before. So I can speak from experience, and the greatest thing about these updates are exactly how I've been teaching. And that is building communities and building relationships and building connections. So what Facebook wants to get away from doing is, a lot of these groups in the past have just been information dumping groups. And what was happening is that we were dumping information, or not we, let's just say those people, whoever they may be, were dumping information, and it was considered fake news, right? So what Facebook wants to do is get away from this fake news environment and really bring people back to the platform the way it was intended, and that was to build connections and networking across the world and building friendships and relationships. So how amazing is that they're focusing on groups and building connections and relationships and not fake news. So how does this affect your Facebook group? It affects your Facebook group in a couple ways. One, the display of groups. You're going to have a group tab on your mobile app. So this will affect how you look at it and how your members look at it. It will also give a specific area to where you and your members will be able to see Facebook posts across the platform, across all of their group posts. And I've already seen updates where they were kind of pushing out little things here and there. There were some glitches that happened a couple weeks ago in how group posts are being displayed. So I have an idea of how that will work. When you hit the group tab, you will kind of see a bunch of your group posts come across, and they're not in a grid form. You'll see a post, and then you'll see another post, and you'll see another post. But those posts can be from different groups. Okay, so this will be really important when you are creating your content for your groups. One of those things you can be doing is you can create hashtags for your group so that your group members can recognize what group they're seeing this post from. You may or may not see the display that says your Facebook group name. So why not get around that? In case your Facebook group name is not being displayed, make yourself a hashtag, or make yourself a few hashtags for your groups. I've seen this in only a few groups, and it works really, really well. One of those hashtags is if someone's going to ask a question, you can require them to put the hashtag ask. So if your group has that requirement that says ask, hashtag ask, your members may see a bunch of posts come through their feed, and if they see a post that says hashtag ask, they automatically know that that's coming from your group. So chances are they're going to click in your group and see more. So I highly suggest that you create hashtags for your groups that your group members will recognize. And guess what, you guys? That will make you stand out from the rest of the groups. So if you have hashtags, let me know below. I would love to hear from them. If you want to brainstorm hashtags, comment below. Let's do it. All right. So the way that your groups are going to be displayed is a little bit different, but guess what? It is going to be easier for people to find groups that relate to them. So Facebook is creating a much easier way for you to find groups. So you'll see that having a group name is very important, okay? Your group name should really be connected to what your group is about. So for example, originally my group was called Community Cafe, but people don't really understand what Community Cafe is, right? So I added Facebook Group Success Community Cafe so that when Facebook decides to recommend my group, they can easily recommend it because it has Facebook groups in the title. So creating a title that is that shows what your group is really about is really important. If you don't have one, let's talk about it. Come pop into my group and let's mastermind this together. We like to work together in the group. If you're not a member of the group, it is free. You can find it by going to ourcommunitycafe.com/workshop, and you will have a link to join the group. So feel free to let's mastermind your group title as well. All right, so that's going to make a big difference when it comes to Facebook recommending your group. Now, one of the other important features that Facebook is going to recommend your group is if you're doing a live video. Here's how I see it, and this is what they wrote, that if, let's just say you're watching a video on Facebook Watch that is the Red Table Talk, right? They're going to recommend that you join the Red Table Talk community so that you can discuss the video. So how does this affect you? Here's how I see it, and I could be wrong because we haven't really played with this enough, but if you are going live on your Facebook page, for example, myself, and you have your group linked to your page, if people are watching this video, right, chances are Facebook is going to recommend that they be a part of this group so that they can discuss what goes on in the video. So going live on your page is really important. So, and having your group connected to your page is very important. And I know that there's some rumors out there about having your group connected or not having it connected and dealing with your engagement numbers in your group. I would highly suggest you connect your group, but you can feel free to post as yourself in your group. But as long as your group and your page are connected, then it makes it easier for Facebook to recommend your group. Hey, Lisa, thanks for joining me. I've already gone through a couple of the updates that Facebook is making. I should go ahead and actually recap that because I'm just about done. All right, so once again, Facebook is focusing and spotlighting Facebook groups. So this is a good thing if you have a Facebook group. It's a good thing if you're looking forward to making a Facebook group, because they're actually changing the way that the mobile app is being observed. You know, you're going to have the ability to find your Facebook groups really quick. And the way that Facebook group posts are going to be displayed, they're going to be displayed together. Let's just say you're a member of a bunch of groups. It's going to display posts that you can often engage in, okay? So one of the suggestions that I gave a little bit earlier is to create a hashtag or multiple hashtags for your group members. For example, the hashtag ask. If your group members are asking a question, have them post the hashtag ask first, so that when other group members are looking at their mobile feed, they see posts come across and they know right away that that comes from your group, right? So you don't kind of blend into the rest of the group posts that will be displayed. So that was one really important part. The other part is that Facebook is going to recommend groups based on your activity. So it's really important to have a Facebook group that has your purpose in the title. So for example, my group has Facebook group success. So they're more likely to recommend my group if someone is looking for Facebook groups or they're watching videos about Facebook groups, my group should pop up. So they are really focusing on those features on recommending. So so the other thing is making sure that your group is connected to your page, so that if someone is watching videos on your page, they're more likely to recommend your group so that you can discuss what happened in the video in the group. Okay, and they gave some examples, Facebook gave some examples on their own documentation about that. So in a nutshell, it is important to build connections and relationships in your Facebook groups. It is not, Facebook will not show information. Now, here's the thing. Facebook also created opportunities for you to share information, right? And those are called units in your group. If you have units in your group, that's where you want to share your information. But your group and how to make the algorithm work for you is to really, really have conversations and really connect your members to each other. So your focus may be a little bit different. If your focus is typically just sharing information, then you're going to want to share it differently. You're going to want to have a conversation about something and then maybe put that information in your unit section. Okay, because Facebook really, really wants to promote and highlight and spotlight these networking connections and letting members connect with each other. In fact, they gave a recommendation on, I love this too, is having a monthly spotlight of group members and have your own group members are highlighting each other. Okay, so one really big recommendation is to have a monthly, group member highlight and have them recommend someone in the group. And once you start to do that, let me tell you, the ball gets rolling, and then everybody wants to join in and they want to celebrate each other. That's what Facebook wants. Facebook wants you to highlight each other and for you to really have conversations. And guess what? That's exactly what I teach. So I know I've been on the right track, and they just proved it for me. So Lisa says the conversations are triggers by what is shared, though. Yeah, as long as you're having the conversations. If you're having the conversations, then sharing the information makes complete sense. It's just when there's a Facebook group and you assume that all your members want is information. And that's 99% of the groups out there. Facebook groups are filled with people that join for connection, and all they're getting is information. And guess what? Those groups are dead. There's nothing going on in there because they focus on the wrong things. So it's very, very important to focus on your connection and your relationships, building your content around having conversations versus information. Okay, So I am going to post below in the comments when I'm done what I just went over, those few highlights on the new updates in the Facebook group app. And that way you can just kind of quickly reference it if you want to go back to it. And again, if you're not a part of my free membership so that we can discuss this more, right? You can join by going to ourcommunitycafe.com/workshop. And it's absolutely free. And this is what we talk about in there. How perfect. How the timing of this is amazing. So I appreciate you guys hopping on. I appreciate you guys engaging, and I hope this is helpful. Yes, watch from the beginning. I kind of rushed through the recap, Lisa, but it's going to be really, really good for groups. Okay, you guys, have an awesome day. Bye.